It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Monday, March 24th. This is James Spann. For many of you, we have rain falling early this morning. We're live here a little before sunrise, about 5:15, but the rain will be ending from north to south during the course of the day today. Let's go right to the radar. And again, you can see a fairly large mass of rain covering the state, generally along and south of Interstate 59. For places like Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, just a lot of rain with some embedded thunder. The heavier storms are across the southeastern counties of the state. And again, with these thunderstorms, they're noisy. It's kind of a rude wake-up call on a Monday, but they're not severe. Remember, to be severe, you need 1-inch diameter hail or larger. That's the size of a quarter, or 58-mile-per-hour winds or greater. And there's no evidence of anything like that in South Alabama, just kind of noisy, loud thunderstorms to start the day. And again, there might be a brief storm that goes severe over South Alabama later today. But again, the overall severe weather threat is relatively low. Here's the big picture this morning, the upper air look. And you can see a pretty good trough that's swinging through, providing the dynamic support for the rain this morning. Here's a look at the composite across the southeastern states. You can see rain falling from central Mississippi up through much of Alabama into northern Georgia in advance of a surface front. The rain has ended for Huntsville and the Shoals and Hamilton, Moulton, places like that. And again, the rain will be ending from north to south this morning. We are mostly in the upper 50s and low to mid 60s early this morning to start the day. Birmingham at 60, Huntsville 54, Dothan 56, Mobile 65. But really, it's a pretty quiet day in terms of high-impact weather. This is the watch warning map around the nation. We've got some scattered winter weather issues way up north. And again, a very low-end marginal risk of severe storms today for the Gulf Coast. This is for extreme South Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. And there might be a storm with gusty winds and small hail, but again, the threat is relatively low. Tomorrow, no severe storms expected across the country. Day 3, which is Wednesday, got a marginal risk up in the Pacific Northwest, parts of Oregon, Washington State, and Idaho. But look here, let's jump out to Day 6. This is Saturday as the weekend begins. Got a risk of severe storms defined for parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, basically all of Missouri, western Illinois. And then on Sunday, there is a large risk of severe storms defined from the Gulf Coast up to the southern Great Lakes, and this includes most all of Alabama. And again, this is for Sunday and Sunday night. Remember, these outlooks extend through 7 a.m. the following day. And understand this is March in Alabama. These things happen, and we'll take a look at modeling on this in just a second. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. This counts the additional rain we see this morning and the rain we see with that system Sunday and Sunday night. Rain amounts for most of the state in the 1/2 to 1 inch range. So let's break it down day by day. Model fans, this is the GFS, the 06C run, 4 o'clock this afternoon, troughing over the east. And again, by afternoon, the rain will be well down into South Alabama. This is the high-resolution HER, valid at 4 o'clock this afternoon, showing lingering rain across southeast Alabama, south and east of Montgomery, places like Dothan, Enterprise, Headland, Eufaula, Troy, Luverne. The rest of the state dry, the sky becoming partly to mostly sunny, and highs today should be around 70 in most spots. Tomorrow, a nice day. The sky's sunny. The high will be in the upper 70s, and then a little secondary front comes in here with slightly cooler air on Wednesday. Should come through in dry fashion. Temperatures drop about 5 degrees. We'll go from the upper 70s tomorrow to the low 70s on Wednesday. The sky will be partly to mostly sunny. Thursday looks good. A sunny day. We start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 70s. This is Friday. The weather's still dry. We'll be up there around 80 in most spots. It'll be a warm day. And then Saturday as the weekend begins. A lot of stuff happening this weekend outdoors. And this is suggesting showers will return. We don't expect any severe storms on Saturday, but there could be a rumble of thunder. And it's not going to rain all day, but a chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm. The high Saturday, 75 to 80. And then Sunday, here's the setup. We've got a surface low that's over northeastern Texas and one surface low that's near Milwaukee. And we are in the warm sector of this developing storm. And really, the GFS not showing much, but the European, I think, kind of with a better concept here. It's got a surface low that's over northern Illinois. And the problem is there's going to be a massive warm sector in advance of this trough. I mean, very, very unstable air. Look at the instability values over eastern Texas up into the Arklatex region. And that very unstable air will surge in here Sunday and Sunday night. So the air will be kind of ripe for severe storms, and the question is, what about the triggering mechanism? And again, we're a week away from this thing, 6 to 7 days away, but just be aware that there could be strong to severe storms involved here at some point Sunday or Sunday night. And then a week from today, we have the trough moving on to the east, and the rain is pushing out of here. So rain will likely end early Monday morning of next week, kind of like the situation we have today. But just be aware that we might have a severe weather day Sunday or Sunday night this coming weekend, and we will be much more specific as we get closer. Let's go out 10 days, and that's a negative tilt trough, deep surface low that's over Missouri, south of St. Louis, and another severe weather look. This is out there toward the middle of next week. This is for Wednesday, April 2nd. Hey, it must be March and April in Alabama. For those that are new here, having severe storms this time of the year is not unusual, and it's not new. But again, this could easily go away, but something like that is certainly possible. But if by chance that verifies, that could be a severe weather look around the 2nd of April. Rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble, the mean about 3 inches between now and April 8th. Temperatures off the national blend of models, highs mostly in the 70s. We'll probably touch 80 on a couple of days, lows in the 40s and 50s. And I know what you're thinking here, those that want to go out there and work in the garden. Are we done with frost? Are we done with freezing temperatures? Well, I say the same thing every year. If you watch these videos, you know my advice, wait until April 15th. Yes, we see no sign of a freeze here through April 3rd, but we typically almost always have a late season cold snap during the first 15 days of April. And again, just if you plant now, just beware. That's typically the situation here based on climatology. But having said that, this is the long-range guidance. This is for March 31st through April 6th. And if this verifies, temperatures would be above average for much of the southern U.S. So here's a look at some of the hail that came down late yesterday as the storms pushed into northwest Alabama. And that was the main problem. We had no tornadoes. We had some gusty winds in spots, but again, these were mainly hailers because of cold air aloft as they came through northwest Alabama. A number of severe thunderstorm warnings were posted for the possibility of large hail, which we had in many cases. And again, the winds were pretty gusty in some spots. But again, we're thankful we had no issues with any tornadoes. We didn't expect any. But again, all of this was up in northwest Alabama, counties like Marion, Franklin, up into Lauderdale, Walker County. Had some hail that came down last night. And of course, in addition to hail, we had fire in the sky. Very impressive lightning show. That's a great shot from Huntsville. Last night, you said big Saturn V at the Space and Rocket Center. That was taken over the Tennessee River. And there's a impressive lightning view coming from Coleman last night. But if there's one good thing about all this, hey, it kind of temporarily washed some of the pollen away. 'Tis the season for allergies and pollen. So a good rain like this will certainly help. All right, so let's see what we're doing this week. I should mention I had a really good time at Valparaiso University. Spent the weekend up in Indiana, northern Indiana, at Valpo for their Great Lakes Meteorology Conference. A really good session, very well organized. Thanks to all the students for their hard work in making that happen. Today going to be at Our Lady of Sorrows School in Homewood. Tomorrow going to be at St. John's Catholic School in Madison, up in the great Tennessee Valley of North Alabama. Really looking forward to Wednesday. Going to be at J.E. Terry Elementary School in Plantersville, which is in northern Dallas County. And most of you know that community was hit so hard by a horrible EF3 tornado a week ago, Saturday night a week ago. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the students there. We have a lot to talk about. Thursday, Hoover Christian School And then I'll be headed up to Bear Creek in Marion County to see the senior adults at their senior center there. And then Friday, I will be at the UAB New Horizons group. These are some seniors, and we're going to talk a lot about, they like to learn, and I like to learn. That's the one great thing about my job. I get to learn something every day. And we do have a book signing Saturday, and as soon as I get the details from the publisher, I'll pass that along. I do believe we are in Scottsboro, but again, I'll confirm that this afternoon. And, of course, tonight, it's Monday night, so Weather Brains on the air, our weekly show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. Tonight is episode 1001. We did show 1000 last week. We were live in Huntsville up at Barron Weather. Everybody flew in. We were all together at one place at one time, and it was really a special week last week. And, again, thanks to Bob Barron and all the folks up at Barron Weather for making that happen. But, again, we'll be on tonight. The Weather Brains YouTube channel, youtube.com/weatherbrains, 7 o'clock Central. And the audio podcast version will be out late tonight, soon after midnight. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday, and God bless.